Welcome back. My name is Festus Chalo. Thank you for watching my channel. If this is your first time here and you have not subscribed to this channel, please support this channel by smashing that subscribe button. Let's grow together. As I promised in my previous video that I will come up with a video explaining how to write a good Australian style resume that will land you the kind of job that you want. So today is that day. Check it out. Now, a good resume is very key to getting the kind of job that you want. In today's video, we're going to look what is the structure or the format of a good resume. Mostly I'm going to base my resume mostly on the Australian style resume. And this kind of resume will increase your chances of getting that kind of job that you want. Alongside, I'm going to be giving you tips on what to include and not what to include for you to be able to get that invitation. And once you get that invitation, then you can convince the employer that you are the best candidate. Before we proceed, I want to put a disclaimer that I'm not HR, that I'm not in any recruiting a firm, and this is based on my personal experience of my colleagues, and what I have seen work, and also based on my own research. So if you need a legal advice, you should look for a qualified human resource or people who have been trained to coach and to build CVs. But this is purely based on personal experience, and that I have also seen it work. So before we go further, any good CV needs to have three things. One, it's supposed to be very professional. Number two, it's supposed to be easy to read, and your CV should be about 2 pages long. Now that brings us to our first section, which is the personal details. Let's look at the section 1. As you can see here, the personal details. So the personal details is supposed to be at the top with your name written in bold. It should stand out. And then in personal details, you need to put in your name. You need to have your address. As you can see, there is address here, 1737 Marshfield Road. And then you need to have your contact details, your phone number, and your email. And please ensure that your email is a professional email. You should not have a fancy looking email. It should be professional. Remember, your resume is your selling point. It should always be professional. And then that brings us to our next section, which is the career profile. This is where we have the objective. You can call it your career profile or professional summary. And now in this professional summary, this is a brief overview of your skills and experience. You just give a short overview of the kind of skills that you possess and your career goals. Now, one very important thing that you should bear in mind when you are writing your objective or your career goal is it should be tailored to match the job you are applying for. Look at the job that you are applying for, check what they are looking for, the kind of skills they are looking for, and tailor your career profile to match the skills and the experience that the employer is looking for. And this is going to set you apart. It's going to make you increase your chances of getting into that interview. So don't use a generic, some people use a generic career profile across all the jobs that they apply. That is not, it's not good. It's not going to make you very competitive. So you need to know what you want. You need to know what is that is important for you when you're applying for that job. And that leads us to our next section, which is the skills. And one thing that you should note is most of the companies nowadays, they are using automated softwares to scan through the resumes. So when you are writing your the skills section, make sure you check what the job, the skills, the kind of the kind of skills the job requires, and put those skills in your skills section, so that if they are using automated softwares to run, these are some of the keywords that the software is looking for. Or when the ebola is scanning through this robotic kind of system, or the artificial intelligence machines, these are some of the things, the information that the artificial intelligence is fed with. So if it cannot match your resume to what is fed, then it's not going to pick your resume. So this is a very key section. So you need to go to the job, study it very well, check the keywords. When you look at this job here, for instance, this guy is efficient in Microsoft customer service, guest service, cash management. So this is the area that you want to keep those skills. For example, I will just quickly get into a sample job advert and check. Let's check with you what some of the things that you could tailor your CV to fit in this category. Quickly, I will just look at a sample job advert. For instance, look at this one. This is a project engineer. So let's quickly scan through and see what kind of candidate they are looking for. When you scroll down here, you look, there is key selection criteria. So they want someone with a bachelor's degree in engineering, civil or mechanical preferred, then a previous experience in a alike industry like water, construction, and infrastructure, exceptional technical skill, and the problem solving skills. This is very key. This is a keyword that should appear in your skills. Then they want someone who has high level of IT proficiency, computer literacy, and the MS Office. So these keywords, like this one, MS Office suite, needs to feature in your skills section. It's not a must you copy word by word, but some of those keywords that are mentioned in the selection criteria, uh, it's very important. It makes you stand out. And one thing that you should avoid in this section is what we call the cliches and the buzzwords. What are these? I am detail oriented and problem solving. I am results driven. I am self motivated. uh, you know I am creative thinker. These are some of the words you want to avoid, because eh, anyway, we are all we are all passionate and we are all self-motivated. So these are words that actually don't have any, they mean nothing. They don't show any skill. So it's good to avoid those words and go to the key specific skills. Like if they want someone with an IT skills, mention those ones, and they are going to put you into a better scale to be picked or to be invited for the interview. And that takes us to our next section, which is the work experience. And this is where you talk about your what you have been doing. If you have an experience, this is where you explain which companies you have been working for. And in work section, you should do it in what we call reverse chronological order. What does this one mean? This one means that you write from present to past. You should The most recent experience should come first, and then make sure you put your company there. You put the year that you are working and the position that you are holding at that particular time, and then use bullet points. Make sure if you have any achievement, you mention it. If you are recognized for, let's say for example, improving the sales and reach your target within the first month, instead of 5 months, it's good to mention that down here in every job section that you did. So make sure it's clear, it's precise, it's understandable. Do not use a lot of abbreviation. If it is abbreviation that is not a standard, please write it in full. Just before we get into the education section, if you have any award, you can put it in between the work experience and the education. If you've been given some awards or some recognitions, or if you are in the academic, if you've done some publications, you can put them in after the work experience. Then when it comes to education, that's where you include your certificates, your degrees. And again, this goes in the reverse chronological order. You start with your current qualification, if it is your degree, and then all the way to your other other academic certificates or education. And then that brings us to our next section, which is the reference. And I would advise you not to put in the reference at this point, because most of the employers, if you go through the steps, they will ask you for you to provide the name of maybe 2 to 3 referees, and mostly that is your manager, your supervisor, or your academic tutor or lecturer, or someone who supervises you in school. So I would advise you not to put any referee at this point. You can write something like referees available upon request. And in Australia, don't put anyone for to be your referee before you request them. So if you're going to put anyone to be your referee, the first thing that you want to do is to call them, request them to be your referee. And if they accept, then you are good to go. Now, when it comes to building your resume, there are free softwares in the internet where you can Google and build your CV very quickly. You can build from scratch, or you can use your existing resume. For instance, we have what we call Canva. When you go to Canva, it's a free software, and it also have a paid version, but you can do most of the things in the free using the free version. So you just create an account with Canva, you download, or you can just use it online. So when you come here to the search, you can actually type resume, and then you can search hundreds of resume types. You can choose, just for example, this one. When you choose this one, it gives you a template that you can actually edit. Let me try to make this one look bigger. So you can see this one is already a marketing manager. So you can come and look at the information which are already here. and you can, you know, tailor them to fit your what actually your career goal is. You can also use like pre-made resumes and try to change very minimal things. So things are quite easy, and you can easily, you know, do your resume within a few minutes. So these are sample. Also, you can use what we call um quick resume. So you just go into the Google and type quick resume. It has hundreds of resumes. You just click here resume. You can have resume samples or resume templates. Also, you can, you know, do cover letter if you want cover letter. So if you come here resume samples, it can give you, so when you scroll down, it has so many, you know, categories you can Google depending upon, you know, for example, if you want architecture associate, senior, fitness instructor. So when you just click every category, it will give you options and some, you know, pre-filled or pre-made CVs that can make your work easier. So that is it about the free softwares that can help you. So I hope you're going to make use of these softwares to make your work a little bit more easier. And so thank you very much for watching this video. If you still like this content, please go ahead, show some love, subscribe to my channel, and let me know uh, what is your, you know, view about this video. If there's something important I have left, please feel free to comment or to add some more information to help someone get that dream job. And thank you very much for staying to the end, and I will see you in my next video.